Hello, planet dwellers of planet Gaia. Greetings, welcome to my channel. This is Amanda Dawn. Um, things are getting raw, things are getting real. It's funny how you can be completely, physically awake, but totally still be asleep. And even some awake people are still asleep. And then I realize, I'm still asleep because I still don't remember everything. And I just get bits and pieces, and it's weird. It's really weird how that all happens. And you realize how fucked up the world really is and how you need to change it. And there's psychic attack happening right now. I can feel it. There's a deep psychic attack. And I'm just putting light on it. I can't absorb it. I'm not going to absorb it. That's not my issue. So that's the thing about being an empath. You need to know the whole twin thing. You have to be careful as an empath because you can feel people's feelings and you can go deep into that. It's just really loud. So yeah, you just gotta keep distance with that thing, with those types of things, and make sure that you're not allowing those things to control you. And that's what's so totally weird is you get a hook in your heart, and you feel like you are responsible for other people's feelings, and you go to so many lengths that you just pretend to be someone that you're not at all times. And it's so sad when I see people give away their energy now, because it's you can see it happening, and as an empath you can feel it happening. And it's really intense, and it makes my soul sad, because it's you don't have to be in that energy. You can be an autonomous being and hold your own and decide not to react to certain things, because when you react from a place of pure raw emotion, and you use impulsivity like that, it's not good. You end up falling over. You really do, because it ends up tripping you up. And I mean, that's that codependent energy. It's I can't take care of you. You need to be able to take care of yourself. And that's what the twin flame journey is about. That's why you have such a deep connection. It's really not about any type of oh, they're supposed to do this for me as the masculine, this is their energy and all that. It's not about that. It's about becoming truly and wholly who you are. And the thought of that, if you're super excited to be married and do things with other people, it's then you need to learn how to share, and you need to learn connection. So it takes a lot of time and energy to cultivate that in yourself. So you have to really truly disconnect from the whole karmic cycle, and that's what they talk about. It sustains itself to a point, but what happens is the weakest members end up drawing from the higher source, so that the higher source ends up becoming the scapegoat or the black sheep or whatever. Those family cycles that you just keep going around and around in. And you have to cut that off, and you have to realize that that's like not yours to bear. And there's no judgment in how you learned how to cope with it. Yeah, if you went against your values and you did something that you are not proud of, own up to that. That is what makes a virtuous, real person. It's like, I did something that was not okay, and I'm okay to like own that. And I think that's what's happening with our leaders right now. It's like they don't want to own anything. They don't want to be like, oh, we messed up, like how, like we need help, or this system isn't working. And like it's not even about if they're doing a good job. It's like they're not doing a good job with the people. The government is not doing a good job. And as a teacher, you know when a student is trying or not. And then you also may know, hopefully, if there's a reason behind why they're not trying or able to do like academics. That's like all my experience with people with disabilities and kids with disabilities. They're more like abilities to perceive the fourth, fifth dimension in a way that the 3D just doesn't at this time. So everything can have a scale, the duality of it, and being grounded enough to know that like there's always going to be duality in the world, all throughout the world. That's just the nature of life. That's just the nature of the 3D reality, and how you can astral travel, you can go out of your body. Like that's all real, because we're not just our body. We go into the ethers after we die, and we reincarnate, and we're part of all of it. We're all part of it, and this is just how we're expressing it down here right now. And there was a lot of darkness on this planet, and that's why we came here, is to help create a light, like a grid of light throughout the planet, to shine our beacons at, to hold space for all of the injustices, all of the abuse, all of the trauma, all of that to be seen and brought to light, so then we can heal it. Because if we just let a wound fester, it's going to kill us. We're going to end up getting sepsis. We're going to end up killing our body. And that's exactly what's happening to planet Gaia right now. She has many, many wounds all across her body, and she's been raped, and she's not treated the way that she needs to be treated. And also that's completely reflected within the divine masculine and the divine feminine. If the divine feminine is not going to receive what is her birthright, then she's not going to be able to grow either. And the divine masculine is seeing that now, seeing how they need to work together in order to create the world that they both long to have for their children and their children's children, which is us. And the twin flame whole thing it's coming true. It's not even a matter of, oh, is anything wrong? It's like we know things are wrong, and even when I was back working in the system, I knew how wrong it was. It didn't make any sense. And I ended up going against my values, really, and keeping my tongue held in and holding it all in here, and creating a lot of pain and havoc on my own body. So the whole twin flame journey isn't about like being perfect. You incarnated here and you forgot about your divinity in order to bring divinity here, and now is the time we've all been waiting for, like us stepping into the light, us shining light, us I mean, it's that whole light worker thing. Like, you can't, I don't know, you can't not do anything when the truth starts coming out, because people are going to, you know, there's a reason we do have anger, and it's not a secondary emotion at all. If there's danger, if someone crosses your boundaries, anger is a primary emotion that I want to have access to. Anger is, yes, perhaps grief, but it's also protection. And in this 3D world, we need anger. We need righteous anger, righteous rage for these injustices that are done to Gaia and to all of her inhabitants. And the reason we can open up our crown, our heart, our eye, everything, we can see everything if we just allow it. And you're not mentally ill if this is happening either. If people keep throwing that on you, it's just like, no, I'm just different. I see the world different. Like, I can see the shadows. I can see the shadows. Sometimes I just don't want to call them out because I do have fear, and I've never learned how to use my anger in a good way. I've always just projected onto people that don't deserve it. I don't want to do that anymore. That's just not who I am. I have to breathe through it. Yeah. And just do it. Life is crazy.